Previously on Quarantine and Married.
They want to know how we met, Mr. C.
Are they ready?
You wanna tell
Are they
them?
ready for this?
I'm sure they are. What else is there to do?
Oh, I said, God, the next woman that comes along, if she doesn't put you first, even above me, I don't want her. That was just my attitude. That was my mentality. And mind you, I was still in graduate school, so a lot of stuff sometimes you had to like come back full circle and focus on things that's important. Because I was making my last push to get my master's. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all can look at me anyhow y'all want. So I went on this personal platform. It was a personal platform.
Online.
It was
I didn't care about how much money he had. Didn't care about all these other things that people tend to focus on. My number one concern was if he liked Christian rap, because I knew that, I was engulfed in it, and the person that I planned to be with had to have liked it, and didn't have a problem with me engaging in the community, doing music, traveling, all that stuff. So the first question that I asked him, while we're eating our meal in IHOP is, do you like Christian rap? As a Christian brother, did you feel, any type of way, because you found me online on Yahoo Personals, and, we had so much in common, and you proposed to me because you felt like, wow, I
skipping like mass steps.
I'm getting to it. Did you feel?
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, I saw you on a personal now.
Oh my gosh,
next
no,
week.
but
Stop.
obviously we spent time together, folks. Obviously we spent time together, but after spending all the time, you came to the conclusion that you wanted to marry me. You wanted to propose to me.
Wow, look at this.
Wow. No, but I wanted to marry him too.
You wanted to marry me.
No. Oh my goodness.
He wanted to marry me. That's what I mean.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm asking you a question because I feel like this is an important question, and a lot of Christian people have to deal with this. And I remember back in the 2000s and 2005, it was a big stigma for Christian people to be doing stuff online, like dating and all that stuff. And here we are, two tech-savvy Christian people, granted one's in IT and one's in music and multimedia, and we're seeking a mate online, and you find me, and and you propose. Did you ever feel weird in any type of way or apprehensive at any point with that, that stigma that was around at that time?
Probably mixed. I mean, I dabbled into doing stuff on different sites. I mean, in the past, but you're like, I mean, I guess leading up to this, part of me was like, didn't even think about that. Part of me didn't think about, the online deal. I just felt like somehow, some way, God would lead me to the right person at some point.
Okay.
But checked out different ones, and I remember one time I talked to this girl, and she like horseback riding, this and that, and then like we talked, and she was like, you know what, you're not compatible. I was like, wow, and I felt the shutdown on that. You know what I mean? But that was a good thing, because she's right. Compatible. I'm not going horseback riding every weekend. Crazy? I need to be chilling or doing something for the Lord, or just doing something for, to have fun or chill, or relaxing.
Right.
And like I said, it was mixed. Like sometimes you felt like it would be probably a weird thing, weirdo, whatever. But at the same time, there are good people out there. There are good people you can meet in person, and there are some real treacherous people you can meet in person. There are some good people you meet with online dating, and there's some treacherous people you can meet with online dating. So if people are going to say, well, if you couldn't do it meeting people, in person, then there's no other way to do it. Well, I can say one thing. I've met some girls in the past who have lied about their kids. I met a girl one time. She was like, we went on a couple of dates. When I talked on the phone, there's a little girl in the background. Well, that's my niece. Turned out to be her daughter. I'm not going to go into all the details. And I met this girl in person. Think about that.
Right.
Think about that for a moment. Now, I'll also say, there's a lot of things that we can think as taboo or weird in the Christian faith today. I'll be honest with you. I look at people that have tattoos, and I'm just like, why are you getting that? You know what I'm saying? I don't judge people, but I'm just like, that's not me.
Right.
I could look at people, Christian people, as weird for having all them tattoos in your neck, teardrops in your eye and all that. But I don't, so I don't know. People will look at me for as a weirdo or look at me as type crazy for doing it online. I don't really care what you say because it was God guided and God ordained.
Right,
That's all I gotta say
and
about
we've
that.
been together 14 years.
We've been together 14 years.
And we have an amazing son.
Actually, we've been married for coming up to 14 years and been together for 15.
Right, wow, 15, yeah, that's a long time. That's a long time with one person.
Yep, no marriage is perfect. We've gotten into arguments. We've had, our challenges along the way.
We've had some arguments, yeah.
Yeah.
If you've never had an argument, I don't know if you have a relationship because that's one of the things that you need to keep a relationship together. You need to butt heads every once in a while. Your partner can't be in agreement with you all the time and you in agreement with them, then something's wrong. And a lot of times he's not in agreement with some of my crazy ideas and I'm not in agreement with some of his. But at the end of the day, we agree to disagree and we keep it moving. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what has kept our marriage together, that we can agree to disagree. We can yell and carry on at each other for a little bit and then we come back together, and I think too, that's what's helped us to keep it together during this time, being quarantined and married and stuck in the house, and we're working in the house and we're doing all these things and not able to leave for long periods of time.
I'll say this about having a solid relationship, especially from the man's standpoint of view. And I've been taught by men, by my father, you have to set the tone, okay? And one of the things I had to come to find out, as far as setting the tone, you have to vocally put things in place and in perspective from the jump. In other words, for me, she'll tell you, I said it from the jump. Listen, we're not gonna be putting our hands on each other and doing all this crazy stuff. Because if I gotta put my hands on you, and you gotta put your hands on me, you slapping me, and we don't need to be in a relationship together. Didn't I say that in the beginning? Right. There's certain things you have to mandate from jump. I mean, basically, she said some things in order. Like we going out, you gonna take me home. You know what? That's that's it. I'm just one night. Look.
Now we're keeping it real, all the way real.
Listen,
okay.
One night I was so tired. Because she worked super late. She would get off at 2:00 in the morning. So I would drive from Long Island to Brooklyn just to hang out for a couple hours. So we would go to, I don't know, y'all, anybody that's from Brooklyn knows East Flatbush or going over to Mill Basin. One of the places we used to like we're giving our secrets away. We used to like to go to the Floridian Diner over there on Flatbush and virtually Utica Avenue. I mean, I'm not saying that's the exact cross street.
One of the avenues. Yeah, I don't think it was
definitely Flatbush though. Definitely Flatbush side.
I think it's Mill Basin.
Yeah. So
close to Kings Plaza.
Yeah,
for the Brooklyn heads, you guys know where Kings Plaza is, so it's close to that area.
So
right.
We would go, so I think one night we went there, had some food, talked, laughed, whatever, and then I drove back home. It was probably like going on like 4, maybe 4:30 in the morning, and I couldn't keep my eyes open to save my life. And I'm sitting here like, I'm going to have to sleep in the car because it's probably not going to happen that I can just even go in the house and sleep.
Right.
Or like just, crash. not for the whole night. I just needed like about anywhere between a half hour, maybe 45 minutes of sleep, at least in my head, to, you know, make it on. Maybe it was a little earlier than that, maybe 3:30. Anyway, get there. She, you know, has me come up. I think she tells her parents that, you know, I'm tired. I end up sleeping on the floor for about a couple of hours, just so, and I didn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it was cool of her parents to basically say, okay, we get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if I was concerned that if I drove at that point, 'cause I've driven tired plenty of times, you know, in my younger days. But I'm like, if I drive home tonight, there might not be a next morning. I really felt that way. So it was like, it was a matter of, I wouldn't say life or death, but it was a matter of me understanding the difference of getting home or potentially not. And I needed that rest that particular time. So this is how you know that you're going down the right road with somebody. When they look at you and they care about your well-being. It's not just like, okay, get home. Because you know how it is. Early in the game, you know, get home, say bye, find your way home, whatever, but you ain't hanging out here. But if that keeps happening, the closer you get to marriage, or the closer you get to engagement, there's a problem with that. You might need to keep it moving. But, I mean, like I said, mandates are very important. You set the tone for a healthy relationship. That's all I'm really trying to get at. Said all that to say that. Healthy relationship, set mandates, you set things in order, both sides, in order for the relationship to work.
Right. So now you guys know how we met. And you can stop asking me to do this video on how we met. So it's all out
there now
and open. So you guys know.
You can laugh at me. You can think about. And also, I want to say one more thing about what she mentioned. She didn't ask me about money. There's too many preachers out there and pastors. I'm talking to the church now, telling, especially young ladies, on the first date. I've heard some prominent preachers teach this. On the first date, you need to ask the brother what his credit score is. Ladies, I'm telling you right now, you ask that, you're going to be sad and alone. Because that's an inappropriate question on the first date. Don't be asking no brothers what their credit score is on the first date. I'll be honest with you. This is going to be a little raw. How would you ladies like it if a dude asked, what's your bra size on the first date? I know. Crazy, right? Be mindful of the other person. Have some respect. You get to know each other before you start asking them personal questions. I'm just going to digress from that.
And I think it's time to wrap up. It's time to wrap up. Guys and gals, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your girl, Serious Voice.
And your man, Mr. C. You don't like it? Get at us. Serious_Voice NY. MRC_Live. Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Instagram, Serious Voice NY. MRC_Live. You can get at us. You don't like this. Or if you like it, let us know something, all right? So we're going to sign off, all right?
This has been Quarantined and Married.